Hey there, and welcome back to the Shadow of the Erdtree. I want to get in there. I want to see what's going on with this place. Like, you can see there was a path. We saw it on the last video. Going along here, it leads us down in here. It looks like there's a section up there. Now, I kind of saw something that looked like we could be able to get down onto this, which will lead down. I've made it onto that side before, but I didn't really make that connection, I guess. So we're gonna try and figure that out. I've got on part of Egon's set. I've got this hammer on, the flower stone gavel, which still, it's interesting that it doesn't have any other extra damage types, but I mean, flat physical is always nice too. So can I infuse it is a question as well. The answer is no. Alright, so this should be the spot. Oh, that's really far down actually. There's no way I can make that jump from here. Oh, there's a side of grace. Okay, so for me to get there, connects going up this way, right? So I need to start from there, which goes around over there. I have a side of grace right here at the hidden grave. So maybe I can find a way down, and then I'll just run that. Or I could start from here. I have this one. So I don't know that I put this in a recording. Maybe. I don't know anymore. But that might be a good spot if I go up here and then drop down along there. The Cerulean Coast stuff is kind of crazy looking. I'm still super interested in these coffins and stuff. Are they actually tied to giants? Are they actually tied to that ancient dynasties? I mean, I say it's definitely... Oh, look. Oh, it's got those things around. Ah, where do you find them? Out in the freaking underground Schiefer River and stuff, man. Which, again, has stuff to do with ancient dynasty areas. You also find them in the mountaintops of the giants. Oh, creepy hands. Why are there creepy hands here, man? Because I was always sort of under the impression that perhaps Rykard had made them in some way. Because, like, you see him on his hands, he's got a bunch of rings. You find a lot of them over there. It feels like something he would do. But you do actually find a lot in the Carrion Manor and their associated dwellings as well, right? You also find them in the mountaintop of giants, and they are big hands, which, you know, like, kind of leads to some of the wondering and kind of questions on whether or not they're actually like giant hands that are like weirdly fused and crazy. But this place we're going to, what does it look like? It has a bunch of fingers like jutting up out of the ground, so maybe there's some weird connections there. Maybe we'll get some answers. Look how big that thing is. There's like hieroglyphs on the side. That's an interesting one. That is like a snake's, right? See, it's like a snake going along. Huh. Oh, it's like actual steps built up on it too. So it was like designed to have people go on top of it. And small people at that, you know? Like, it's not even like, oh, for giants, right? And there's that bullhead icon. Grave Glovewort. Finger Ruins of Rhia. Is it Rhia or Rhia? I like the shift in music, dude. There it is. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a finger bowl. Yeah, look at all the whorls and stuff on it. Oh my. You know, the bad news is I don't actually have a really good Ash of War for dealing with like multiple guys and things, right? So, alright. So, I mean, like, in general, fingers have been pretty important, right? Because you've got the 2 fingers, and then there's also the 3 fingers, right? Now, past that, in a way, there's not a lot to do with fingers themselves, though, right? Because there's a lot of emphasis on eyes, not a lot on like how many fingers you have, things like that. You know, there's a couple of things that mention it, but for the most part, like, it's not... Oh, what the hell are you? Oh, a snake? Because there were snake things on the coffin deals. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, what are you? Ew, no, he's like a gross little lamprey fish man thing. Oh. It looked like he even had like eyes lining along his side. All right, we're gonna check up here. So like, I don't know, it just feels like, in a way, the finger type things are a little like underrepresented in a way, but now here we go, a whole bunch of things with the fingers, like fingery things, and hands in particular as well, right? Oh, look at that. That's the same type of statue thing, or like body, sarcophagus bed, stone bed that you would see inside the walking mausoleums, right? Headless body with almost like a stone crown top, but look at the texture on it. That's not the same texture, I don't think. It's been a while since I've looked at them inside the mausoleums, but it looks like the textures of these like stone finger ruin things. And again, they got traces of gold and stuff. Is that one of those fading? Oh, nail stones. Oh. Flake-like stone shard with faint fingerprint engravings. Found at finger ruins. A piece that came loose from the tip of one of the column-like stone fingers that grow at finger ruins. They grow. Now, the fingerprint things, right? The 3 fingers, they... right? They leave whorls of fingerprints on things like the fingerprint shield, like on Vike, right? They burn with a flame. So, like, does this do a similar thing? Is this tied directly to the 2 fingers, to the 3 fingers, or just like a root to each of them? Greater will, maybe, or something else? Okay, so it does replicate any of them. So I kind of, honestly, I kind of want to do the Remembrance of the Dancing Lion so that I can get the other thing it has. Look at him crawl along, like dragging almost. Yeah, I mean, it's a fish. Like, look at the fin on the top. Yeah, he's got like a lineup of eyes on the top of his body. There's like a weird modelly texture to the lower half. Did you notice it? Let me see if we can see it on this guy. The back legs don't really look like legs so much as hands, actually. And you can see the teeth in that mouth where you'd like latch on. Maybe I can get close. Oh, it's like, oh, like clothes, like robes almost. Do you think he was like robed or closed before and then something happened to him and then they shift? Maybe it is feet, like, but they're very long. Like, it's like fingers. Like, he's got feet, but instead of regular toes, he's got fingers. What did he drop, I wonder? Pearlescent scale. Alright, scale to go as fish. A glassy and glistening fragment of pearlescent hue, used for crafting, found by hunting lamprey. These retrograde scales are found embedded deep within the skin of lamprey. Now see, there's those large, like, I would almost say like egg or eye looking things, right? Is it an eye? Like, that's the little indentation would be like a pupil, maybe? Is it like a shabriri grape? Burning and peeling back? Or like an egg, maybe? Alright, I kind of want to circle around like this first before we move into this part. Because that's like definitely like some huge epicenter that they're all curling in towards. But if you look right here too, it almost looks like some of them kind of bend in that way. I don't know, we'll see. Most of them, they're all kind of going that way though. Yeah, so that like downturned face with the eyes, and also the fact that it's like, whoa, you know, aquatic scene themed with like the lamprey deal, makes me think of Godwin, right? The Golden, and his whole like warped body that is, you know, very sea-like in nature as it lives on in death. Finger mimic. Light pink mushroom resembling a wizened finger, used for crafting, exceedingly rare. Used by those who wish to become fingers to induce hallucinations. They call these mushrooms the stillborn of the 2 fingers. Oh, stillborn of the finger. Yeah, I mean, there is very much an Erdtree kind of feel to it, right? Do you think that's what happened with the lamprey? Like, they're long, like a singular finger. They didn't like become a finger, they just became this like fishy, you know, lamprey monster deal. And so for all the 2 fingers as like vassals for the Greater Will. I imagine that they were, you know, created by the Greater Will, but were they instead like, I don't know, people, those who like wished to become fingers? So when they cast their spells as well, right, they just do it straight from the hand. There is no like medium that they're using. No staff, glintstone type things, no seals like for incantations. Oh, are those spells are shooting like the pearlescent scales? Alright, so it like, I'm basically leaving the whole area right now because I was just following a path along and it leads out of it. And it's like, it's almost, oh, it's going back into here a little bit. Okay. So are there like two different ways to go in? But there's no site of grace that I found yet. So this doesn't feel quite right. Finger Weaver's Hovel. Finger Weaver Cookbook. Aha, my theory is proven true. The finger creepers hail from these ruins. So now must I sound this one hanging bell. And sweetly cradled shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. What? So the finger creepers do come from here. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Let's ring the bell to be cradled by the mother. Record of crafting techniques left by a determined student of the finger ruins. His brush with a sublime all but shattered his mind. Though he was left capable enough to leave these few precious words. Glinting nail. So that does sound super eldritch cosmic horror, right? He brushed with the divine, it shattered his mind, but he was left with like insight and able to do stuff. So glinting nail. Use FP to fire a shattered magic nail. So they're doing that. Okay. Nailstone with shining fingerprints floating above crumbles during flight. The lampreys that guard the finger ruins resemble fingers far more than they do humans, and so the finger weavers imitated their sorcery. So I don't know that I mean, I guess I can check in here. A bear? A red bear? Yeah, he's pretty reddish. Look on his head, he's got budding horns. I mean, all the, like, budding, the horns, the teeth, they mention how there's these extra budding things on creatures. That's signifiers of the Crucible, but, like, I don't ever see it, you know what I mean? Huh. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Uh-oh. That's not what I want. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Get off my head. Get off my head. Would not be eaten like that dude in the King Kong Skull Island movie. Alright, yeah, there's those big, like, obelisk-looking things with swirls on it. You know, swirls of fingerprints. But they're not like... I mean, I guess fingerprints could look like that, huh? But it looks more like artistic renditions than actually something, like, pressed into it and left fingerprints. You know what I mean? All these grooves and stuff in here. It's almost like fingers, like, dug little trenches or, like, you know, laid along it or something, right? Don't know that there's really much left for us to see here outside of... It's a bell, I think, hanging there, right? Where? Whoa! You absolute jerk. Froze us in place like this stupid... Whoa! That's a new one. So they're doing the gravity spell, the freeze spell things like the finger creepers do. I mean, makes sense, right? They kind of want to be them in a way. Or wanted to before they became these things. This place is... It's so cool. Seeing these, like, weird ancient monoliths. It feels alien, right? It just feels super alien. What is that? All kinds of whorls on it, but like holes. I guess, you know, to make it like a bell, I suppose, but... Is that gonna conjure a boss? You know, the mother? Do I just strike it? Alright. No. That didn't do it. Huh. So what do I have to do? Weird. What am I missing? I wonder what I have to do. So the thing is, though, I'm allowed to summon something. So I wonder if, like, is there a specific summon I need for this? Because that's a thing in, you know, in the mountaintops you do. It was a jellyfish. Alright, I'm gonna go look around a little bit more, but this one might have to wait until some other time, because I'm missing something. I'm either not making a connection I need to make to understand, or there's just something I need to get from somewhere else in order to make this work. Alright, what did the ghost say again? Aha, my theory is proven true. The finger creepers hail from these ruins. So now must I sound this one hanging bell, and sweetly cradled shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. So she's... Okay, so they didn't ring the bell. That's what the last thing they said they needed to do. They'll be created by the exalted mother. Is that like... That's not the formless mother, right? That's the only other mother I can think of. Unless there's, you know, a mother of the two fingers of some kind, or the mother of finger creepers. Yeah, I don't know. Super fascinating, super interesting, but I've got nothing. I've got nothing for it. I don't know. I don't know what the answers are. I'll have to come back. Really neat place, though. Really neat. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, till the next one. Take care.